I will appoint a real special prosecutor to go after the most corrupt president in the history of the United States of America, Joe Biden, and the entire Biden crime family. Name a special prosecutor. And all others involved with the destruction of our elections, our borders, and our country itself. They're destroying our country. And when I'm reelected, and we will get reelected, we have no choice. We're not going to have a country anymore. I will totally obliterate the deep state. We will obliterate the deep state. And we know who they are. I know exactly who they are. They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom. It's very simple. They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you. They want you silent. And I am the only one that can save this nation because you know they're not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way, and I will never be moving.
That's the kind of thing that gets that MAGA crowd going crazy. So President Trump says he will appoint, by the way, he said a real special prosecutor to go after the Bidens. And that is something that is so sorely needed. They want to take away my freedom, he said, because they want to take away your freedom, and they want to silence me because they want to silence you. But you wouldn't have heard any of that if you weren't watching right here last night. Let's bring in former federal prosecutor and DOJ official Francey Hakes. Francey, welcome back to the show. You come so highly recommended by my good friend Tim Clementi, who says you are one of the best. Francey, the Bidens are supposedly being investigated right now. The FBI and the DOJ, they have a lot of evidence, but not much is happening. Francey, can you tell us, is there any logical explanation for this?
Well, sure. I mean, thanks for having me back, by the way, Dr. Gina. There's a definite logical explanation, and that is that DOJ is covering for the Biden family. It pains me to say it. I used to be really proud of the 10 plus years that I spent at the Department of Justice. But what I've seen over the last 5 years has lessened my pride in the department. And in fact, I'm mostly ashamed of how they've conducted themselves in the various investigations involving Democrats versus Republicans. And I hope that clip you played of President Trump was so important. I hope that if and when he does get reelected, and if and when he does appoint a special prosecutor, that he appoints someone outside of Washington. That's the mistake that every Republican president who's ever appointed one of these independent counsels or special prosecutors seem to make, and that is they go inside Washington. They get the ultimate insiders who have all these connections inside the Department of Justice, connections inside the FBI, connections with the current and former occupants of the White House. And these people, it's like, I hate to use the word cabal, but it's like a cabal. They all go to the same cocktail parties. They all socialize together. They all believe the same sort of things ultimately, which is Washington should reign supreme. And that is not how our country is supposed to be. So I hope he thinks about that.